could you also share your global footprint and the businesses that you are in? You are there in North America and some of the other businesses, smaller though in nature. So how is the entire portfolio looking when it comes to the overseas businesses and Algoma, Minnesota, Trinity? These are the investments that you'd made long time back.
So again, some of the steel businesses are going through the similar cycle as we are going with the steel business. Again, they are also in a turnaround situation. US was as much affected in the steel space as was Europe, as was India in that sector. The UK refinery itself is doing very well. So we invested $350 million in the UK refinery. It's a 12 million ton refinery. We have about 13% stake market share in the UK, and that company is doing extremely well. So it's a bit of a mixed bag in our global footprint, but we continue to focus. We'll continue to focus on all of those sectors. Our businesses are cyclical, so there are some of our sectors. In fact, many of our sectors are cyclical sectors, and the steel business went through a difficult cycle last 2 years. But we are seeing the change. We are seeing it positive again, and we hope that the same impact will be there on our the global side of the business also.
And do you think that the macros at this point are really supporting? Because even though there is euphoria in the stock markets, there isn't that much euphoria on the ground when it comes to the earnings cycle or investment cycle. As a promoter, how do you see these really coming off, taking off the ground anytime soon? Are we expecting any of this?
In the last 3-4 years, what has really slowed down is the investment cycle in the country. And that was, I think a large part of that has got to do with some of the policies which happened in the last 2 years of the previous government, because it created a situation of risks which were unplanned by the investors. So you had investors coming in and investing huge amounts of money, and then were suddenly things which were happening which frankly they had not thought of or not planned. In the last 2 years, many of those issues, as I mentioned, have been addressed, and macroeconomic all the indicators are now moving in favor. So we are seeing consumer growth pick up to double digits. We are seeing interest rates beginning to soften. We are seeing inflation down at very low levels. These are all signals which say that there's going to be better demand. Hopefully that will trickle down to the basic infrastructure core sectors, which are still seeing currently 5-6% kind of growth. But we are all hoping that, and we had a very strong monsoon, which generally is a very positive thing for the country. So all of these factors point us in a direction that we should see higher growth in our core sectors. And once that happens, that will lead to again the investment cycle which we are all waiting for. So hopefully in the next 4 to 6 quarters, we will see that come back, and we are all very hopeful, because I'm personally very hopeful of that.
All right, on that confident note, thank you so much, Prashant, for joining us on CNBC TV 18. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Prashant.
Thanks.